Let me take you back to a time when Texas was its own country, the Republic of Texas. It was the early 1840s, and things were tense. Mexico didn't recognize Texas as independent, and both sides disagreed about where the border should be. In 1842, Mexican troops invaded Texas twice, even capturing San Antonio. Texans were furious. They wanted revenge. So, a group of volunteers, about 300 men, decided to cross the Rio Grande and attack the Mexican town of Mir. This became known as the Mir Expedition. These men weren't professional soldiers. They were farmers, ranchers, and townsfolk. They were brave, but they didn't have enough supplies or a clear plan. Still, on Christmas Day, they attacked the town of Mir. At first, they fought well, but the Mexican army was much larger. After 2 days of intense fighting, the Texans were forced to surrender. Now prisoners, they were marched hundreds of miles into Mexico. Some tried to escape, but were caught. And then came something truly tragic. Mexican President Santa Anna ordered a punishment. He had the prisoners draw beans from a jar, 159 white beans, 17 black ones. If you drew a white bean, you lived. But if you drew a black bean, you were executed. 17 Texans were killed. The rest were sent to prison, some for over a year. This became known as the Black Bean Death Lottery, a dark and unforgettable moment in Texas history. But that wasn't the only tragedy. Just a few months earlier, in September 1842, another group of Texans had tried to stop a Mexican invasion near San Antonio. Captain Nicholas Dawson led 53 men to help, but they were ambushed by a much larger Mexican force. The Texans were trapped in an open field. 36 of them were killed, some even after they surrendered. This became known as the Dawson Massacre. Today, the remains of the men from both the Mir expedition and the Dawson Massacre are buried at Monument Hill in LaGrange, Texas. It is a place of honor and remembrance. And that brings us to Texan Heroes Day, observed every year on September 18th. Texas Heroes Day is a time to remember the brave men who gave their lives during these tragic events. It honors the sacrifices made by those who fought to protect Texas during its early years as a republic. Not just about battles, it's about courage, loyalty, and the cost of freedom. History isn't just about dates and places. It's about people, ordinary people who did extraordinary things. And on Texas Heroes Day, we remember them. Join your fellow Texans in honoring the volunteers that bravely fought and maintained freedom for Texas. Fly your Texas flag on September 18th for Texas Heroes Day. Thank you.